Hi guys, and welcome to the channel once again. So, as you can see behind me, we have got the 3 Series 300 brake. May I remind you all, I'm so excited to get into this today. We are going to be taking the cylinder head off, I hope. I just got to dig around, get all the bolts off, and basically get the cylinder head off. I've never obviously tackled this engine ever, but I'm feeling much less stressed as we're out of the rain. I sort of got a bit more confidence as we've stripped down the Mini, and this is a BMW engine as well, so I sort of got a better idea of what we're going to be doing. I'm not just jumping into something in the rain and sort of hoping I get somewhere. I feel like we can actually smash this out and see exactly what we're going to be doing in the very near future. So please sit back and enjoy, and we're going to get right into this. So this is what we're working with, guys. That is just rusty water in what I believe is the induction side, and I'll show you a bit more in the engine now. So step sort of 1 of taking off any sort of parts on this engine, and we've already come across this sludgy rusty water into the turbo. So we're not looking too great, guys, but we'll keep moving forward and we'll see what we can find. So we've finally got the rocker cover off. Obviously I made it easier by taking quite a lot of the induction and all plastic pieces off camera. So that's off. It was quite an annoying bit of electrics and a few cables. Didn't really know what I was doing, still don't know what I'm doing. But we're gonna crack on with this exhaust manifold here. And obviously the turbo side, see what we can figure out, take off, and get closer to taking this head off. So just a quick update for you all. I know I've just literally been cracking on, and when I say cracking on, we have been cracking on. There's not, well, I want to say there's not many bolts I haven't touched, but clear, I can't get this turbo and exhaust manifold. The exhaust manifold is on by one bolt under here that I can't get because the DPF and the turbo's in the way. I've been cracking right on with trying to get this head off, but I've tried to take the timing cover off, and I can't get the timing cover off. I'm trying to get this 4mm drill bit in the tensioner to take the tension off the chain so I can try and remove this camshaft, but everything's locked because of the Hydrolock, so I can't really turn much. Everything just feels a bit impossible with a flooded engine. So I've resorted in taking the whole front end off just because I'm getting frustrated with not being able to see properly the entire engine and process I'm trying to achieve. Also, wheel locking nuts. I can't remember if I mentioned it. It'll be in the same video, but it's been a good week since I since I started. So I've got this locked in there because I didn't have the key for the alloys, so I'm just going to take the whole strut tower and wheel hub assembly out on both sides just so I can see where the bolts are for that DPF turbo. And if it does mean I have to take the engine out, whatever the result of the Hydrolock and the damage that caused, at least I've got the front end off and we can take the engine out pretty easily. It's nice and high up in the air. I'm gonna have to get a creeper because I've never had sort of a nice bit of space so I can be on the wheels, so that's just my kneeling pad now. So yeah, we're just digging right into the front end and trying to get a good bit of access to this engine, as I've never obviously worked on an engine like this. So I just want to give myself the best opportunity before I start calling people in to help me when I haven't even sort of dug in as deep as I can by just removing obviously the entire front end and the sides. We've got this, it's an organised mess, guys. When I put things back together, for some reason I do know which bolts go where. I don't know whether that's just a weird memory sort of thing that I've got, but it all sort of makes sense. And I've taken loads of pictures. Like, my camera roll is generally full of pictures of bolts and everything, just to give me sort of an idea. Front bumper's off. Got tools, cameras, lights, cars, parts, tools everywhere. But it's all gonna come. I just need to get this apart because I want to get this head off. I need to see where I am and where I need to put my money. So we're just going to keep cracking on. I'm sorry I haven't been updating, but it's just a lot of unbolting when you first get into a project like this. And with the problems we've got with the alloys, they're just going to go. I'm already tired of these alloys, so I'll pick up a nice standard set. But we're going to keep cracking on. I hope you find the time-lapse entertaining. A lot of work is going into this, guys. Thank you all for, if you've made it this far in the video. We've still got a hell of a lot of video to go before we end. So let's go, guys. We're going to keep up the good spirit and just keep tackling it. Let's go.
2,000 years later.
So as you can see, guys, after a lot of messing around, we have got that wheel, hub and strut out as one. I nearly got the hub off, and then I was just gonna get that bolt, but as you can see, it's not straightforward, and I had to try and get the angle sort of socket on there, but I couldn't. So I just went 3 bolts from the strut top there, with a numerous amount of tools everywhere, and with a bit of mini cutting. I cut by here so it saves the inner tie rod. It was a nightmare, guys, I gotta be honest. I had to cut the brake line, but we'll upgrade them when it comes to it. I know this isn't probably the best sort of content for how to remove your wheel, but it just got to the point where you just get destructive, and I've been at it for days. So I just thought, let's just cut the BS and let's get this thing out. So I've got a lot more access now, a lot more access to the DPF and the exhaust manifold. But, and I say but, we're gonna have to end this episode out here, guys, as I think I've bitten off more than I could chew for this episode alone. I was very optimistic because I think I was on a bit of a win with the mini engine, which is outside now with me. You've all seen the episode where it passed this MOT. It's getting late on us. I just want to get this episode out. I have a good tidy up and an organisation, as I do need to bring some of my tools over in a nice tidy corner by there, and we can just get a shelf and a little cabinet so I can just work a bit tidier, as this is my first time in the space, and I think I've already started making just an unorganised mess where I shouldn't need to. So unfortunately, this is where we've gotten for this episode. It's a lot of progress. It is a lot of progress. Just the days that I've put into this, it's just a lot more work than I initially thought. It's a 3-litre engine. What was I expecting? But we've got that out now, and I'm much happier where we are starting on the next episode. So I'm going to end out here, guys. I hope you've enjoyed. This is definitely one of my favourite projects so far. This thing is gorgeous. Every time I look at it, I just can't wait to get this engine out or the head off. We don't know which it's going to be yet, but I think the engine's going to have to come out just so we can go to the bottom end as well. Just much easier. But it'd be much easier out of the car. So I think that's the route we're going to go. Next episode, I'll have my decision made. Thank you all for watching, guys. I'm going to catch you on the next one. Peace out, and look forward to the next one. Ta-da.